So at number 10 we've got King Papyrus. Now, there's a difference between strong and annoying. The only real pain in the ass thing that he kind of has is his passive at max upgrades, which most characters can't really avoid, which is the Bone Cage. It has way too big of a radius, it comes up way too fast, and if you're in the middle of a 1v1, you might as well just give up, because if his passive is affecting you, you're going to be trapped for a really long time. But other than that, he's just generally hard to kill, an annoying ass heal, brain dead moves, and a combo which deals up to 300 damage. At number 9, we've got Fresh. If you've watched my last video where I classed the types of the characters into 4 types, Fresh is definitely the pussy type. All they do is run away with their swag escape and spam the annoy move. It's pretty obvious why Fresh is up here on the list, but he's not really that strong, so that's why he's still quite low. At number 8, we've got GG Fell. There is a couple of reasons up here. First of all, he's ridiculously tanky, 10 dodges plus 1880 HP. The second reason are those god-awful, annoying-ass short bones. They have 5-second cooldown, involve little to no skill to really aim, and they deal 2 dodges. Not to mention, they fling you back down onto the ground, which lets him continue to combo you further. Phase 2 is also a bitch. You get decreased cooldowns on everything, and on top of that, receive a blaster circle and an auto-aim blaster spam move, which will always guarantee at least 1 hit. So, yeah, in general, pretty fucking annoying. At number 7, we've got Negative Horror. Negative is on this list because he just does not fucking die. You can keep hitting him over and over and over, but because he has that stupid heal move that has a 15-second cooldown and can also be used up to 40 times, his exhaustion basically never runs out. He also gets the same defense as Murder Sands, so even if you do somehow manage to make him run out of stamina, if you're playing a weak character, it's still gonna take ages to kill him. At number 6, we have Negged Hail Phase 2. He gets a box attack, a pain in the ass passive, 4 moves which you can spam the shit out of, and worst of all, this annoying inverted colors map attack which for some reason heals back dodges. Not to mention that people who play this guy tend to run a lot. Honestly, if it wasn't for how many rubbish encounters I've had against this guy, maybe he wouldn't be so high up on this list, but every single time I have to fight one of these guys, it just ends up with them generally being a nuisance. At number 5, we have Robux Sands. This character was made to troll and rage bait. He has 2 one-shot attacks, a map attack which lasts for 40 seconds, and a passive which can blend you for up to 30 seconds, which is absolutely mental. One of his one-shots, the Fake Coin, has a 60-second cooldown and gets most players, which want G, because you just don't expect it. In packed servers, if you time the coin when the other coins spawn, I guarantee if you just hide, you will get at least 1 person. The Dunk Buster can also fuck off as well, to be fair. It has pretty crazy range, and you can just hide somewhere and pick off someone who's standing still. Phase 1 is pretty strong too. You get the Spin Bone, which is just, it involves 0 skill to land, and you also even get the skin, which makes the Spin Bone even stronger. At number 4, we have Hardtail. Pretty obvious why he's up here, ridiculously tanky, and has a skin which makes him even more so. He has a move which just flings you across the map 4 times while also doing pretty much guaranteed damage. In addition, he gets a reversed bone zone which on certain maps is quite literally unavoidable. In phase 2, he gets burn damage and bleed damage, if one wasn't enough. So if you were planning to use a high dodge character, say bye to that. And on top of all of that, if the character couldn't get any stronger, he gets Time Stop, which literally makes it so you land your Giant Blaster no matter what. If I'm being honest, excluding survival phases, Hardtail is probably the strongest character in the game right now. He's really powerful, and the 700 defense he gets with the skin just makes him so hard to kill for basically like half the things in the entire game. At number 3, we have Classic Swap. This guy has just gotta go, bro. He's just gotta go. 18 dodges in phase 1 and an added 15 dodges in phase 2. Not to mention, everyone who plays him either bum rushes the shit out of you or makes you run a marathon to catch up. It's unfun to fight him, and it's unfun to play him. All you really have to do is trap them with Bone Drop and spam the throwable Spin Bone and Bone Throw for chip damage. If they get close, use the knockback bones. Most of the time, depending on the map, you can just use the Lazy Blaster Arena for free damage, because most of these maps have pretty terrible corridors and choke points, so the enemy's gonna get trapped. It forces them to walk into at least one of the beams, and that's just free damage. His upgrades aren't any better either. They buff his moveset or give him new moves, which just in general makes the character more annoying than it already is. If you fought any Classic Swap, you will know how annoying it is to kill these guys. He's even been given the name Classic Slop. At number 2, we have Last Breath, or well, more specifically, the Phase 2. He gets 20 blocks, not 1, but 2 knockback moves, and 2 screen effects. The screen flip is already bad enough, but battle mode, that's even worse. So not only can Saturns easily run away with his 2 knockback moves, but he gets rewarded for doing so, because every 75 seconds he activates that stupid battle mode thing passively and heals 2 blocks back, and gains an increase in walk speed. So every single second you waste trying to find this guy ends up with the Sands regenerating his blocks back up. And if the Sands gets bored of you and wants to end you quickly, they just wait for battle mode and use the melee move to do guaranteed damage, because you aren't fast enough to escape. Last Breath is fast, combined with his battle mode walk speed increase, literally means you cannot avoid the 4 dodges attack that he has. Last Breath also gets a box attack, which forces most characters in the game with low jump power to take damage. Not that he needs it in the slightest, because in general, the character is already unfun to fight. It's long, he has a stupid amount of mechanics, and every time you lose to him, he just regenerates his blocks back faster. At number 1, and it's to no surprise, it's Limbo Swap and his friends. 6'4", black, and he goes invisible anytime he wants. I don't think it's any surprise that he's number 1. He makes everyone on the map go blind, he has bones which can stun you for about 5 to 6 seconds, and on top of that, spammable Gaster Blasters which you can't even see. On closed maps, his reverse bone throw makes it kind of a pain to dodge, and combined with all the other factors, he's just not fun to go against. When I said Limbo Swap and friends, I meant all that's left. So all that's left is just Limbo Swap on crack. He gets a box attack, an annoying move, he goes invisible, and he still has that dumbass blind effect. Luckily, not many people really have all that's left, so that's why I didn't include him here at the number 1 spot. Anyways, that's the top 10 most annoying characters in Sands. Make sure to like, subscribe, join the next stream on Saturday, I think. I don't really know when I'm going to do it. Probably Saturday. And, yeah, that's it. Thank you all for watching, and bye.